29.4 million people die every single year because of this fat. And the worst part is most people don't know about it. So in this video, we are gonna see what is this crazy fat, why it is so important, how we can measure it, and how we can burn that stop-burn fat. Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, my name is Kamran. I'm a sports scientist doctor based in Berlin. So first thing first, we have two types of fat, visceral fat and normal fat. But let's first talk about the normal fat. The normal fat is the fat that everyone knows about, and we can see it from outside, we can pinch it with our arm, and everyone is talking about. And we know that that fat is not good, it doesn't look good, and we can measure it easily. This fat is under our skin and it protects our body, and it has this cushioning feeling, and it's important. But having too much fat, even normal fat, is going to be dangerous. But in this video, we are not talking about the normal fat. In this video, we're going to talk about the visceral fat. Visceral fat is a type of fat which is deep inside our body, and it's surrounding our organs like kidney, heart, and it's really dangerous. Having a bit of visceral fat is pretty good and it's healthy because it acts like a cushioning between the organs. But having too much of it, it's going to be really bad and dangerous. So why this visceral fat is really important? Visceral fat can cause a lot of problems such as cardiovascular diseases, diabetes, and cancers. And according to the World Health Organization, cardiovascular diseases are the leading cause of death globally, accounting for estimated 17.9 million deaths per year. And also for diabetes, the same report shows that 1.5 million deaths can happen because of the diabetes. And also cancer can be responsible for 10 million deaths a year. So now we know that the importance of visceral fat and the importance of having not too much of it in the body. But if I want to give you an example, just imagine that's your heart and that's beating. And then you have a layer of fat surrounding your heart. So when the fat surrounds your heart, the heart cannot beat properly. And just imagine if you have too much of this fat surrounding your heart, the heart cannot beat really fast and good. So in a long term, your heart is getting tired and cannot work properly. That's why it can cause you cardiovascular diseases and a lot of problems. So having fat surrounding your organs is not a good idea. Now that we understand the importance of visceral fat, the question is how we can test it. There is a lot of ways to measure the visceral fat, and most of them they are not accurate. Like there is a calculation, there is a formula, you can Google it. You're gonna put some information like your height, your weight, your waist size, your hip size, and then they're gonna measure your visceral fat, which they are not accurate. It's just estimation. And there is also like some scales that they can measure it, which I believe they are not accurate too, or the body analysis machines, they are not that accurate too. The best way to measure your visceral fat is to doing DEXA exam. Doing body analysis is good too if you can find the accurate one like InBody or Tanita, but the rest of the body analysis machines like the weighting scales or the other version of this body analysis, they are not really accurate. So doing DEXA and proper InBody analysis can help you to understand how many percent of your fat are visceral fat, and then you can measure it through the time. So it means that if you can measure it right now and then a year from now, then you will understand that your lifestyle was good for it or not, and what type of activity you should do to make sure you drop the percentage of your visceral fat, which can have a better effect in your life and make your life healthier. So I'm suggesting that if you want to measure your visceral fat, it's better to go to a doctor or a hospital to do the DEXA exam or InBody for your muscle and fat to see your visceral fat. But when you understand that how much visceral fat you have, and I believe most of people they have a lot of it because of the bad lifestyle and drinking habits, smoking habits, these are the facts that increasing your visceral fat. we have to think about how we can burn that stop burn fat. There is a lot of ways to drop that visceral fat, but the most famous one is that first off, being really active during the day, doing like 10,000 steps a day can help you to increase your heart rate and also your activity during the day, which can help you to burn more fat, and that could be visceral fat too. The second thing is eating healthy food. Not too much fat, not too much carbohydrate, not too much alcohol, and drinking and eating healthier stuff can increase the chance of burning visceral fat and also stopping you and your body to create more visceral fat. The third one is stress. Stress is really important for visceral fat, and doing some meditation, morning walks, some activity, or even running, some activity that stopping you to have too much stress and release your stress or drop your stress a bit lower, your stress level, can help you a lot down the road too. The fourth one is sleep quality and quantity. Focusing on having really good sleep quality and sleeping at least 8 hours every single night can help your body recover properly and also burn more fat during the day because you have more energy. And the last two is weight training and cardio exercises. Weight training is really important because just during the training you're going to increase your heart rate, which is really good for the visceral fat. Also, you're going to build some muscle, and your muscle burn more calorie during the day. The more muscle you have, the higher is your metabolism, which means that you're burning more calorie during the day compared to the person who doesn't do the weight training. So having this weight training is helping you to burn more fat in the long run. So just think about it that you're building muscle slowly, step by step, which can help you in the long term to burn more calorie every single day, which can be your visceral fat too. And the cardio exercise, I can say that is the best way to drop your visceral fat because it increases your heart rate really fast and it helps you to burn a lot of calorie and especially fat during that session and also after that session. But most of the time we confuse which cardio exercises is good for us to burn more calories and have a healthier lifestyle because we don't want to go to gym and be in treadmill for 2-3 hours. So if you want to know with which cardio exercise you can burn most calorie in less time, you should watch this video where we compare two cardio exercises to understand with which one we can burn more calorie. Thank you for watching and catch you in the next one.